So now, just to show example, I'm going to take off one more type of wall. So I'm going to collapse my selection tree, and I want to take off this interior partition. And instead of going through and selecting each one from the model, I'm just going to drag this entire group. See, this is the last group. That's important. I want it to be the last group before the objects start. And I'm going to find my Division 9 finishes, and I'm going to drag this group right into finishes. You'll see that it'll create an item for me that's the group name, and then it'll have all of the individual walls that are there. And so I'm going to just take off one more time, and now you can see that I've added some things that are now taken off in my project. So you can see here that we have some summarized information for all these interior walls. I can see real quickly the total length of all my walls is 176 lineal feet. And of course you can see your areas all summarized. Same thing with our CMU or our masonry walls. Click on there. You can see my total area is 4,381 square feet. So you could take this and plug it straight into your estimating software, or you can export this to Excel. So that's what we're going to do. So under the quantification workbook, I'm going to come here to the right side in the import export button, and I'm going to say export quantities to Excel. And so I'm going to name this walls, and I'm going to hit save. And yes, I'm going to open it. You'll see that it exports it to Excel, and you have quite a few number of tabs along here on the bottom of this workbook. And so the main tabs that we're going to use, or the only tabs, are the items raw and then the groups raw. Okay, so first let's look at the items raw. You can see that it gives you your work breakdown structure code, your WBS code, and that's our naming convention there that we did, the 4.2000. Gives you your group. This is our overall group, which was masonry, and then masonry wall, and then it gives you the object. And then if you scroll all the way over, there's lots of these other, you maybe not have some of these custom fields that I have, but you come over to the model length and model width, all the model quantities, and then just after that is the calculated length, the calculated width, all the calculated values. And so you have a whole spreadsheet here. All your quantities are all in one place. And so that shows every single segment of wall. So you see this is basic wall 9, basic wall 10. All of these are all masonry walls. And all of these are the interior 3.5-inch partition. And it shows every single different segment individually. Sometimes you may want to see where, one particular wall, how big is it? This is 100 and a lot of them are 46, so you can kind of see some anomalies. So the other tab that I mentioned is the groups raw, and that just summarizes at the group level. So all of my masonry wall, it just shows the summary quantity information. You notice it doesn't show the model length or the model width or any of the model quantities. It only shows the calculated values. So masonry wall, my total length is 307 feet. My total area is the 4,381. Same with my interior partition, gives me my total areas. Now Navisworks also makes some pivot tables, which pivot tables are really great. We're not going to get into them in this course, but I recommend that you look into using pivot tables. They're a great way to sort through and organize and filter large amounts of data quickly. Okay.